Hello, and welcome to security tip number 1, creating a standard user account in Windows. When you buy a new computer and you go through the process of turning it on for the first time, Windows has you create a user account. And that's probably the account you're going to continue using from that point on. However, that account has administrative privileges, and so it is a security risk if you ever download a virus or do something else on your computer, because now that account is compromised and that account can make changes to any other file in your computer. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to create a standard user account that does not have administrative privileges. That way, if you ever download some nefarious software, it greatly limits the amount of harm it can do. And then Windows 7, Windows 8, both of them are really good about allowing you to just run something as an administrator and enter the credentials of your other regular administrator account, and so you're not actually losing any functionality. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open the Start menu and then go to the Control Panel, and on the right side here we have Add or Remove User Accounts. So this does require administrative access, so you will need to be on an administrative account obviously to do this. You'll see that the user, that's the account I'm on right now, is an administrator. So I'm going to create a new account and I will choose standard user. So I don't want this account to have administrative privileges. That way, if there's a virus or anything that I accidentally download, it will be contained to this user profile and can't spread to the whole computer. So I'm just going to call it standard user. You can of course call it whatever you want. And then I'm going to create the account. So now I can actually click on this account and manage it. I can create a password. Obviously recommended that your accounts have passwords, even standard ones, but you don't have to. And I can change some of these other settings if I wanted to. But basically that's all I have to do. So now I'd actually be able to open the Start menu, log off, and then sign in to that account and do all of my regular computing as a standard user. And if anything ever required me to use administrative privileges, I would just get a prompt from Windows and I would be able to access that program or do that task as an administrator. And then if there's ever a time where you're getting prompted for an administrator password and you're not expecting it, then you can reject it and say no. So that's security tip number 1. Don't use your administrator account. Create a regular standard user account and use that for your daily computing tasks. Check back soon for another video in a security series, and then if you have some tips on how to protect your computer, go ahead and leave them in the comments.